Welcome, folks. I am Jaby, Koay, joined by ACHARA, KIRK.
What's up?
The final trailer for Marvel's Eternals has dropped. It's very, very late in Los Angeles, but here we are. We're doing this thing because we are dedicated to looking at these trailers. All right. When you love something, you protect it.
That's true.
Watch the brand new trailer for Marvel Studios' Eternals, arriving in theaters November the 5th. That's a special date. Remember the 5th of November.
I feel like I should have known that.
Guy
Whoops.
Fawkes. Yep. Okay, anyway, Marvel Studios' Eternals. Here we go.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger. The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
What is the emergence?
How long do we have?
7 days.
That's not long.
We're Eternals. We came here 7,000 years ago to protect humans from the deviants.
Okay.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, or all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants are involved.
By who?
What is that? Who is that?
We need to find the others.
I haven't seen some of them for centuries.
Hi.
Hello.
This is what the end of the world looks like. At least we have front row seats.
You know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
We've loved these people since the day we arrived. When you love something, you protect it.
Wow.
You can't protect. Any of them.
I bet you've built the perfect safe house. I mean, what's this even made of? Vibranium?
Fall collection. IKEA.
I so thought that was going to be an IKEA reference. To answer your question, though, because you're asking, like, what is that? Eric Voss talked about that. They designed the bartender like that in What If Episode 2.
Though the bartender is the robot that kind of looked like a celestial that was in the ACHARA bar serving Valkyrie drinks.
He's a celestial.
Okay, well that makes sense. But that was amazing. I wasn't expecting that. You know, right before we started shooting, I'm like, I'm sure there's just gonna be a couple new things. It's literally a completely different trailer.
Yeah, well, they really illustrate to you what's going to be covered in the film.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of important questions to answer. The biggest one being, like, where the heck were you guys?
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, or all the other terrible things throughout history?
And what are you doing here now? What is the point to your presence right now?
Exactly. And then there was a lot of speculation in the other trailers that we watched and in the other breakdowns that we watched, kind of talking about the deviants and stuff like that. But here they're really laying it out. Like, this is the story.
How long do we have?
7 days.
That's a very biblical reference, isn't it? In 7 days, God created the world, supposedly. In 7 days, it could be destroyed.
Right. Yeah. 7 days, 1 week. Why not? And I'm liking what I'm seeing because I think ultimately, and this is what I like about Marvel stuff, there's always an underlying human element. And I think the human element in this, once again, is like dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
Like, let's bring the family back.
We have loved these people since the day we arrived. When you love something, you protect it.
the love that the Eternals feel for mankind. Like, I'm really getting that.
I'm fairly certain I've said it before, but it definitely gives me that City of Angels vibe with Nicolas Cage, insofar as, like, you know, he was a person that was in love with humans, I guess, or at least fell in love with a human.
He fell in love with a human.
Yeah.
How could you not fall in love with Meg Ryan?
Right, exactly. But it's like that, but on a much bigger scale with Marvel's money and visual effects behind it.
Right.
So what's the golden reference?
Oh, because they're Eternals.
Because they're Eternals.
There we go.
The laser eye thing reminds me immediately of Cyclops from X-Men, so I'm like wondering if there's even a remote connection there whatsoever.
Oh yeah, interesting question.
Probably not. That's probably a shot in the dark, but it immediately makes me think of Cyclops.
Bet you've built the perfect safe house. I mean, what's this even made of? Vibranium?
Fall collection. IKEA.
I'm also really enjoying the little bits of humor that we're seeing here as well. I mean, and that's to be expected. It is Marvel. They always have these like epic stories and then kind of that underlying humor as well, which just kind of cuts the tension. The guy who was saying all the jokes, I forget his name now.
The black dude?
Yeah.
The one from Godzilla?
Exactly.
Kong? Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I did not enjoy him in that movie, but from what I'm seeing of him just in this trailer,
You know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I dig you. I dig what you're doing here.
Yeah.
The sudden return of the population provided the necessary energy for the emergence to begin.
They've set up the stakes in this trailer, which is pretty interesting. They have 7 days to resolve this thing.
Yeah.
I would imagine this is not coming like right at the beginning of the movie, unless there's like going back and forth with like flashbacks and whatnot, going, oh, well, here's how we got here. But I don't imagine it's going to come straight in with that that urgency.
No,
you know what
I reckon it could, because, you know, they have to start it off with a bang. And so the adventure is, we have 7 days to stop this thing from happening and to save the world. And we have to find our family, who's basically all over the world now. And maybe we've all had arguments and stuff like that. And so we have to come together somehow.
Right. I feel like that's typically the case. But given that we're well into the Marvel thing.
Yep.
And it's a star-studded cast. I'm like, yeah, it's probably fine if you start this off slow and then let us like get into it. I don't know. Maybe you're right. It might be a back and forth thing. You know, it's not. It wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibilities for Marvel to do that, as they've done it before. You know, exploring stories through flashback and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that that's what they're doing here. And most of what we've seen before was just flashbacks.
Yeah.
But you never know. Like who?
Any of them.
And you know, about the bad guys in this, the deviants, they seem really, really scary. Like, just the way that they're kind of talking about them and they're setting it up, you know, that they're not able to interfere in the, you know, business of men unless it's involving deviants.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, it's got to be something really bad.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Do let us know your feelings in the comments below. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon, all notifications. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.